The IPRO QIN-QIO presents Value in Vaccination video discussion series. Interview by Nadine Spence Clark, Quality Improvement Specialist, IPRO QIN-QIO, New York. Part 3, Building Confidence.
Welcome everyone to our Value in Vaccination series. This is a series where we capture the perspectives of various types of individuals about their vaccination experience for COVID, influenza, and pneumococcal vaccine. And our guest today is Miss Gloria Jones. Miss Gloria Jones is a long-term care resident in a nursing home. And I just want to welcome Ms. Jones and Jim Gorman, who's actually the activities director at that facility. Welcome, Ms. Jones and Jim, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
So my first question to you, Ms. Gloria, is why did you feel it was important to get the vaccination, the COVID vaccine? I know you've had all three. You've had the COVID, you've had the influenza and the pneumococcal vaccine. Why did you think it was important to get the COVID vaccine?
Because I read everything in the paper. They gave us papers to read, and everything I read, I knew I didn't want to ever get the disease. When they came around to give us the shot, I was very, very willing to have it. I was not afraid. I still am not sorry I did it. If we have to have the booster, I will have the booster.
Thank you so much for that information, Ms. Gloria. Thank you for being so candid. And you said you read the information, so you think that you were informed, you had enough information, it made you feel comfortable with what you were hearing?
Yes, it did.
So at any point, did you have any doubts though? Was there any moment where you were doubtful?
No, not after I read the articles. No, none.
Okay. So you read an article, and that article gave you enough information that you needed to decide that this was a good thing to do.
And my whole family has had it.
Your whole entire family has been vaccinated as well?
Yes, except one, which she's too young.
Okay, I understand. Thank you for that information. Now, as far as making the decision, you mentioned that the article, but how about with even the influenza vaccine that's offered seasonally, right? So basically there's a flu season. So that's a little bit different. Usually, what is it that helps you to make that decision as far as the influenza vaccine? How do you feel about that?
I have it every year. I just automatically have it. I don't want to get the flu. I know sometimes you have a sore arm, or you might have a day you don't feel good, but otherwise I've never had anything else to bother me.
So you also feel confident in the flu vaccine that there are no risks in getting that one?
Nope, I've never even had a reaction.
Now, I know, Miss Gloria, that you shared that you're involved in the resident council there at the facility. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we meet once a month, discuss things. We have had like sales at our front door. We've donated to St. Jude's. I can't even remember all the things we've donated to from the money that we have made.
You know, it sounds like you have quite a lot of activities that you're engaged in. How about vaccination? Like over the years that you've been involved in the council with the flu vaccine, has that ever come up as a topic of discussion? Have they ever discussed anything like that? Like vaccines or anything that the staff was trying to encourage and maybe the residents weren't sure? Do those things come up in resident council?
I can't remember that ever coming up, because when this started, it was so sudden.
Right.
And we haven't been able to have any meetings for over a year. We're just beginning again. I saw the bulletin on the elevator.
Okay, so due to the COVID, you haven't been able to have your usual resident council meetings.
Haven't had a meeting in over a year.
Okay. But Miss Gloria, what would you say to some residents who are maybe still, a little bit worried or scared about getting the vaccine? What would you say based on your experience? What would you want to say to those people?
Well, it's kind of difficult to talk to them because they always have the answer. I'm afraid I don't know what's going to come up, what's really going to happen with these things. I'm going to wait a while. I don't want to do it now. I'm afraid. And then I tell them how I went through it. And I think that anyone should have it. If you don't, you may be carrying the germs around with you and give it to someone else.
Right. And as an active member, what exactly is your role there on the council? Are you the what's your title there on the resident council?
I was vice president, but I have resigned because I've had it for so many years that I think it's time for somebody else to do it.
Okay.
I will still go to the meetings and participate in other ways, but I'm not going to take an office anymore.
Are these topics about vaccination, whether COVID or even the seasonal flu and the pneumonia vaccines, do you think that these are topics that councils should discuss and try to find ways to maybe answer some of the questions that the other residents may have? Or do you think that this is something personal and that the councils shouldn't be involved in this? What are your thoughts?
I don't think the council should be involved. We discuss other things. We donate to other things. We participate in other things. But that is something that I don't believe should be discussed because people get touchy about it. We could always have another meeting if they wanted to come and discuss it, but not just when we have the meeting once a month.
Just wanted to ask one last question, Miss Gloria. I know your time is very precious, and so I just wanted to ask: do you think that families and caregivers, they have a part to play in helping residents to make that decision? Was your family instrumental in any way? Did they have any input in you deciding to get the vaccine, or you think
No.
it's just the person?
But my daughter is a retired nurse. She believed very much in it, and her whole family has had, as I said, has had it. I have a granddaughter that is also still a nurse. She's a nurse practitioner. So naturally, she had to have hers. And all her family had it. Everybody has had it, except the baby.
Okay,
And my
thank you.
daughter did not try to pressure me in any way. She just knew that she was going to have it. I made up my own mind that I wanted to have it. So when they did it here at the nursing home, I had both of them.
Okay, and so far your experience has been good, as you said earlier. No effects, nothing like that.
Well, my first one, I didn't have any reaction at all. The second one, the day after, I was very sleepy. I wanted to sleep all day, but that's the only reaction. And I think if people don't have this vaccine, they are absolutely crazy. I think anyone should have it.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Gloria. Thank you for being so candid. We really appreciate you taking the time to share your insights. And Jim, thank you so much for accompanying Miss Gloria and controlling the technology there on your end of things. We really appreciate your time and all that you're doing in working with the residents there at the facility. Thank you so much. Any closing words, Miss Gloria? Any closing words as we go?
I think people should have the vaccination. I don't care who they are, they should have it. And people, if they have children that are of age that can have them, they should have it too, especially with school starting. they're going to be close together, and I just think it's something that everybody should have. No exception. There's no reason, because you don't have that bad effect. I haven't talked to anybody that has had a bad reaction from having it.
Okay, thank you so much. Once again, thank you for your time and for sharing your experience and what it means to you, and for, again, imploring those who are listening who haven't been vaccinated as yet to get the vaccine. Have a great day, guys, and thank you for sharing this moment with us. Take care. All the best
Thank
to
you.
you. All right.
You're very welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Join us for more vaccine support. How? Contact Nadine Spence Clark, Quality Improvement Specialist, nsclark@ipro.org. Visit our website, qi.ipro.org. Follow us on our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. This is a product of the collaboration between IPRO, Health-Centric Advisors, and Clarent, serving as the IPRO Quality Innovation Network, quality improvement organization for the New England states, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland, Delaware, and the District of Columbia.